On the first day of law school a long time ago, our professor stood up in front of the class, looked out over everyone, and said, if you remember one thing, it's this: don't let your clients do dumb stuff. That's what he said. I rolled my eyes. I'm like, what kind of legal advice is that? But 33 years later, best advice I got in law school. Here's the thing, you guys. If you're doing business online as an individual, a sole proprietor, or as a general partner in a general partnership, guess what? You're doing dumb stuff. That's not the way you want to do online business. My name is Mitch Jackson. I love helping online business owners start their companies or run their companies without doing dumb stuff. If you guys want to help support the show, click here and like the show, subscribe to the show, ring the bell after you subscribe, and right there, and let's get started. Taking a step back, in today's business world, it's not a matter of if you're going to have a claim brought against you or a lawsuit brought against you. Statistically, during your business life, you're going to have 3 claims or 3 lawsuits brought against you. And frankly, that statistic came before social media and the internet. I think because of the ease of doing business online, that number is going to be substantially higher for most online businesses, especially when you look back in 5, 10, or 20 years on what you've been through as an online business. So knowing this, I'm encouraging you guys to be smart about how you set up your business in the first place, and once set up, how you manage that business each and every day and each and every year. Being smart, planning ahead, not doing dumb stuff, it helps protect you and your personal assets from business liabilities. And that's what today's show is all about. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover in one of my episodes, please share that topic or topics below in the comments. Let me also point out that while I am a California lawyer, and a pretty good California lawyer, I'm not your lawyer. No legal advice is being given in this video, in this content. However, I am sharing some ideas, some thoughts, and some tips you may want to consider when setting up your online business. Creating an online business in the form of a corporation or limited liability company will separate your business liabilities from your personal assets. If you set up your corporation and limited liability company correctly, you can protect your personal assets, your bank accounts, your cars, the family dog from your business liabilities. For most small online businesses, you'll want to look at creating a limited liability company, also known as an LLC, or a sub-S corporation. Both of those entities, generally speaking, allow for major benefits and protections to you. So what you want to do is check with an expert in your state, because the laws are different in each state with respect to what business entity would be your best choice. Your professional will also look at what type of products or services you're providing, and whether or not there are any industry regulations requiring you to take certain steps with respect to your entity choice. There are numerous advantages to doing business as a corporation or as a limited liability company. The one that jumps to mind first is the ability to separate your personal assets from your business liabilities. You can set up a protective shield between your personal assets and your business liabilities. Both a LLC and a corporation will allow you to do that, assuming you set it up correctly. Once set up correctly, you've got to keep your corporation or LLC, your company, separate from your personal life. Different bank accounts, different credit cards, okay? Everything needs to be separate. You don't want to commingle your personal life with your business life. You don't want to use your personal credit card to pay your business expenses, your personal checks to pay your business expenses. If you do, and you commingle the two, all of the protections that we're talking about aren't going to work. So the first primary reason you want to set yourself up as a sub-S corporation or limited liability company, depending on the feedback from an expert in your state and depending on what you're selling and depending on what you do for a living, is to protect your personal assets from business liabilities. The second reason, number 2, the second reason you want to use business entities is that they create certain tax advantages for you. They allow you to have additional business deductions or write-offs that you may not have as an individual, a sole proprietor, or a general partner in a general partnership. check with your accountant, check with your CPA to see what additional tax benefits are available to you as a limited liability company and as a corporation. An S corporation and LLC does not result in double taxation to you. Generally speaking, any taxable income flows through the LLC or the S corporation to you as an individual. So you're taxed as an individual, but you're protected by this business entity protection. The third thing you need to know about doing business as an LLC or a corporation or sub S corporation for smaller online businesses is that all of these entities give you different levels of flexibility in both management and control. So depending on if you're doing business on your own or if you have a couple of different business partners that are either investing or they co-own the business with you, you can select either an LLC, a corporation, a sub S corporation, or some other type of business entity that works for you, that works for your business, your industry, that gives you the most flexibility with respect to management decisions and anything else that may come up. When it comes to investments, raising venture capital, when it comes to profit distributions, having an LLC, doing business as a corporation, it gives you more credibility. It gives you more options to raise capital. It gives you more options to accept investors. It will actually help you stand out when you're doing a pitch in front of venture capitalists to have them invest in your company. It shows that you're treating your company as an actual business and not just a side thought as an individual or sole proprietor working out of your home. It can give you credibility. It'll give you the appearance of credibility that you can then use as a foundation and build upon for many years to come. Now, do keep in mind that most people don't set their LLCs or their corporations up correctly. And those that do oftentimes drop the ball when it comes to the annual management and administration of the LLC or corporation. There are numerous but pretty straightforward state and federal tax and entity filing requirements. And you want to make sure that you're filing the paperwork correctly. And it's kind of like riding a bike. Once you do it once, or once you have your CPA, your accountant, or your lawyer do this for you, once you do it, that first year after you form your corporation or your LLC, it gets easier to do year after year. Like I mentioned earlier, an experienced professional in your city and state can help you do what you need to do, can help you set up what you need to set up to make sure that after you form your corporation or LLC, you're then managing it the way you're supposed to year after year so that everything works for you. Let me circle back to, once again, the biggest mistake I see people make when doing business online, and that is they're doing business online as an individual, a sole proprietor, or a general partner in a general partnership. I never let my clients do business in any of those forms. There's just too much liability associated with doing business as an individual, sole proprietor, or general partner. So rather than doing business that way, take the time to figure out what's best for you. What type of corporation, S corporation, limited liability company would fit you best or will fit you best to help you either set up or transition your business that you've already got set up into a proper business entity so that you're afforded all of the benefits and all of the protections that these business entities will give you, and you can maximize protecting your personal assets from your business liabilities, which do exist in today's world. Each week, I'll be sharing new business tips for online business owners with a slant towards legal/business. 33 years of experience. I'll be bringing guests in to share their ideas, their thoughts, their approaches to setting up and running online businesses. If you guys like this content, once again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell after you subscribe. If you'd like updates, get on my email list. I respect your privacy. I'll just be using it to share updates as to who will be a guest on my show. Reach out via text message. I'll send out a text before each show, and all of those links are below in the description. My name's Mitch Jackson. I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy sharing this content with you. If you guys want to reach out and connect with me, do so over at streaming.lawyer or connect with me on social media at Mitch Jackson. Until next time, thanks for stopping by, you guys. Enjoy the journey and make each day your masterpiece.